I'm just trying to test out the sound right now. Hold on. Test. Can you hear me? Test, test. 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 I think we're good. Shoot. Test, test. Yo, what up, Kwame? Can you hear me? I don't know if I'm having sound issues again. Can you hear me? Okay. Yeah, it was having a little bit of trouble there. All right, back in it. Back in it. Yo, what's going on with you? How you feeling? How you feeling out there? Hmm. It's been raining. It's been raining. Nah. I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, it's starting to get a little colder. It's starting to get a little colder. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It sucks sometimes when the summer is ending, but you you getting ready for some NBA? How you feeling, man? How you feeling about the NBA season? Yeah, you're both hyped for the NBA season. Yeah, no, I could dig it. P Hoops, what's going on? What's going on, P Hoops? Where you from? Kwame's a he's a regular. Every once in a while he hops in here, and then we have Kick Shin sometimes. Oh, your Cavs. Um, I respect that. You from Ohio? From Ohio? Okay, yeah. Shout out to Ohio. I've been to Ohio a little bit. I've been to Columbus. I've been to I've been to like Shady Side. I don't know if you know where Shady Side is, but that's closer by West Virginia and stuff. Kwame, who's your team? You don't really have a team, like you just you follow, you're like general. Like you generally like follow certain players, right? Yeah, if anybody's tuning in, kind of KD, yeah, 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 respect. I mean, I do think Phoenix is gonna be pretty good though. I really do think Phoenix is gonna be pretty good. I mean, honestly, when it came to the Olympics, I just feel like KD was the missing piece though. I feel like KD was the missing piece. Like I feel like KD is the most skilled player the game has ever seen. So when you have him, oh yeah, I'll press the like with my other channel. Yeah, anybody who's on here, feel free to like it. Feel free to like the live. We can get more people in here. Um P Hoops, what are you thinking about the Cavs? You think Donovan Mitchell re-signed? That's big. I'm a, I'm gonna be I'll I'll jump here in here with my other account. I'm gonna keep the I'm gonna do the chat theme of the day. Let's see if New York can get to 100 points. 100 points for New York. That's me on my other account. So they're at 50 right now. Yeah. Let's dive into some of the team stats. New York's just been shooting the lights out though, to be honest with you. It's gonna be tough unless Arika and Sabali could like go nuts. It's gonna be tough for them to come back. Honestly, Stewart's not killing like that. She's been kind of chilling. She's only had 4 field goal attempts and 2 rebounds. Yeah, it's not been a heavy Stewie game. It's been a lot of Sabrina Ionescu and Betnijah Laney Hamilton. Sabrina Ionescu has 16, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Betnijah has 4 rebounds, 12 points. And Courtney Vandersloot has um, 7 and 3 assists. So she's kind of a she kind of does a little bit of everything. Thing. Let me see the Liberty. Yeah, I would say they probably do. Threes wise, they got 6, and Dallas has 2. But the Liberty are shooting 42%, 42.9% from three. So they're lighted up from three, 54%, 54.8 from the field. So there's been a lot of New York. It's been a lot of New York. I think Enrique is gonna have to go off, and Sabali's gonna have to go off in the second half, and they're probably gonna have to get some threes going because it's gonna be tough. And like honestly, the crazy thing is Dallas, they've played this is the fourth game they played Dallas. Like it's kind of hard to beat a team 4 times in the same season. So credit to New York. I um I don't know if it's like one of those things where you could just give it to New York and be like, hey, New York's gonna run the table in the playoffs because Indiana's got pace, and when you're playing with that pace against vets, you always got a shot. And I also think Minnesota's got a good team as well. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be super interesting going into it. Um Turnovers not that bad, actually, and I feel like I would expect Dallas to have more rebounds just because they got those 2 bigs and McCowan and Kalani Brown, but New York is tough. New York's real tough. Um, let's look at the individual stats. Like Betnaja with 12, Brianna Stewart with 6, Jonquel Jones with 5, Courtney Vandersloot with 7, Sabrina Ionescu with 16, but she had all those 16 in the first quarter. She just kind of went nutty in the first quarter. But for Dallas coming into the second half, I like how Maddie Sygris is aggressive. She's a scorer. She's a big time scorer in college. I don't know if she was leading the nation in scoring, but she was she wasn't leading the nation. It was probably Caitlin Clark, but um she was up there. She was definitely up there. She was like 24 points a night at Villanova. So scoring is her thing. She's a double figure scorer on the season. So I like her being aggressive. I want her to keep shooting threes, and it's important. Oh, what's Caitlin Clark's turnover stat? I feel like she turns the ball over a lot, to be honest with you. She kind of reminds me of like the way Jason Kidd used to be, um, the way Jason Kidd would get triple doubles with turnovers. You know what I mean? I don't. Um, what did she set like the record for most turnovers? But I also feel like part of the turnovers is because of the way they play. Like they play kind of fast, and I feel like when you play fast, like you Greg Popovich type of basketball, where it's like you're really counting every play. Which is like he had Tony Parker as his point guard, and Tony Parker, like a young Tony Parker, was like super fast, but like he turned that guy into like a he turned him into like a coach. He had him thinking on the court. He had everybody thinking on the court. He had Kawhi Leonard, you know, on the court thinking. Let me look into some of yesterday's games since we're halftime. I didn't go live yesterday, so it was September 11th. You know, sometimes we have Army vets that come on here. If you're an Army vet on here, shout out to you. Yeah, definitely respect to 9/11. Anybody who was around at that time knows how crazy of a time that was. And it was kind of interesting because, when I jump on here, it's a little bit more than basketball. It's about life, it's about love, it's about Jesus, it's about spreading community. And it was interesting because now we get into like after the Olympics and we get into like the times right now and everybody divided. But at that point, for a little bit after 9/11, everybody was together. If anybody remembers those like New York Mets games, where people were really enjoying, that American spirit. She holds onto the ball for long. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, yeah, maybe that's something that she's got to really work on going into year 2. You know what I mean? When she's hitting those double teams, just like making the quick hits. You know what I mean? Because she's gotta look on tape, and I would have to look on tape probably too, where a lot of these double teams are coming from. If they're coming from like the corners or they're trying to trap her at half court. Just trying to like see where these like traps coming from and get rid of it quickly. I think a player to look at when that kind of thing happens is like Dame Lillard. Like especially when Dame was in Portland, like the way defenses would attack where the way defenses would come up at him like as soon as he was crossing half court. You know what I mean? And that's where he started becoming like logo game, where he was just launching from really long distances. So yeah, that's a good point though. That's a good point, Kwame. That's a really good point. She gotta really look to tighten that up. Looking at yesterday's games, Las Vegas got Indiana. Asia Wilson doing what Asia Wilson does. I don't know if anybody in the chat would say anybody else's MVP besides Asia Wilson. I think she's been the best player in the league, and I say it all the time. I think she's one of the best players of all time. If somebody says she's the best player of all time, like I'm not gonna argue that. Same with Brianna Stewart. You know, I don't. I just feel like it's hard to take away from what they've done in this lifetime in their careers. It's just crazy. 27 points, 12 assists. I mean 12 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 blocks, 2 steals for Asia Wilson last night. Stuff in the stat sheet. Chelsea Gray with 11, 4 assists, 2 steals. Kelsey Plum only took 7 shots, had 9 points, 2 assists. And Jackie Young, I feel like she hasn't been as aggressive. Only took 8 shots. Hasn't been as aggressive since coming off the Olympic break. She had 6 points and 4 assists. But Alicia Clark had 14. And Tiffany Hayes had 12. 5. So many UConn players in this league. I don't even remember her going to UConn, but so many good UConn players. Last night, Caitlin Clark, tough shooting night, right? 6 of 22, 16 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds, 5 turnovers. But Kelsey Mitchell with 24, 24 and a steal. I mean, she's been so consistent. Aaliyah Boston, another rough night for her. 6 points, 10 rebounds, and Alyssa Smith. All right, we back at it. Back at this action. Let me check in the chat again. Yeah, Plum and Young. I feel like they got to be aggressive. I feel like you got to be aggressive, especially going into the playoffs. Like it can't just be Asia Wilson all the time. You know what I mean? Um, Jackie Young is one of the best players in the league. Kelsey Plum's a multi-time All-Star. Like they gotta do what they do. They gotta do what they do. You know what I mean? And maybe it's some things Becky Hammond's got to switch up a little bit, but they gotta stay aggressive. Caitlin Clark, you're right. 1 for 10 from three. You're 100% right on that. Yeah, they really I don't know if they found maybe a formula for her, but they definitely did something last night because 1 for 10 from three, that's a little rough. Maybe they were trapping her early, kind of like what you're saying with these double teams. McCowan makes the first free throw. Let's see if they could, cut this down to like 12. Sabrina Ionescu with the miss. Brianna Stewart with the offensive rebound. I don't mind if she puts that back up, but she sends it out for 3. Brianna Stewart with another offensive rebound. Jonquel Jones with another miss. Oh man. McCowan. Hey, you dodged the bullet right there, Dallas. McCowan getting out, using her size. Her and Kaylani Brown. Oh, Arika. Oh man. Let's see if New York gets another rebound. McCowan's really rebounding the ball. Sabali with the little short shot. Liberty got a full timeout. Yeah, I think yeah, it'll be interesting what people do to what kind of defenses are going to be thrown at Caitlin Clark come playoff. I think Kelsey Mitchell, as long as she's getting one-on-ones, I continue to go to work. It's kind of I mentioned Dame Lillard before, but I feel like it's probably gonna be almost like when Dame and CJ McCollum were in Portland, and CJ McCollum was getting those one on ones, and he was just working his man. You know what I mean? Like you're not really gonna stay in front of Dame CJ McCollum one on one, and if and once Caitlin Clark learns to solve those defenses, I don't think she'll have another bad game like that again. But once she learns to solve those defenses, it'll be pretty interesting. Yeah, I mean, I think CJ is just one of those guys that's super underrated in his career. It's kind of terrible. It's kind of tough when guys like that never make an All Star team. I think if he was in the Eastern Conference, he might have made at least one or two, but just didn't work out. Let me shut this. How that going? The sound starts to get a little weird. Feel free to let me know. New York with the timeout. They were just missing a few shots. They were getting those offensive rebounds, but not really able to convert. Ben Nigel Laney Hamilton with another miss. McCowan with another rebound. Oh wait. Uh, Yeah, man, it's true. Like CJ never got like there's certain guys that I feel like just never got the amount of respect that they needed. I mean, definitely got paid, but definitely didn't get the amount of respect that he needed. I mean, I think like if he played in the Eastern Conference would have been an all-star. I think if what's it Mike Conley played in the Eastern Conference. Oh, the video's glitching. Okay, let me hold on. Play with something real fast. Is it back? Courtney Vandersloot with the layup. Hmm. Is it? I'll write in because I can't hear. Yeah, it might be an internet thing. Cygers with the three. Oh, I love when New York with the turnover. Jalen Brown with the miss. Courtney Vandersloot with that rebound. She's probably gonna push. Yep, she got something going. Let's see if it was Brianna Stewart who got the bucket. Bettonijah Laney Hamilton. Darn, that was a long two. That sucks. You never really want those long twos because like you step back, step back a little bit, step back a foot. That's the difference between a two and a three. Um, Dallas is just not. They're just not. They're not converting. They're not. They need a big run. They need like a massive run where they're able to put string together multiple stops and then score. You know, as a team like this, like I feel like they just don't have enough room for error. But Chicago did lose. Chicago did lose, and I do Angel Reese not being there does affect them. Yeah, Enrique. Yeah, Enrique's. She's gotta be aggressive. Like she's gotta play for keeps. Like this is like almost the end of the season, so it's like it's one of those things where it's like there's really nothing. There's really nothing else. You know what I mean? Like just give it, go all out and hoop. Like one thing I respect is that I feel like she's rounding out her game and being a little bit more than just a scorer. I mean, they made that change with you know, I don't know. I don't know what was going on with the Maybury thing. I don't know why she wasn't really hitting, but let's see who's going on here. Jalen Brown makes the first free throw. She misses the second. If Courtney Vandersloot gets it, she should probably just push it. Oh, Jonquel Jones gets it. All right. Jonquel Jones not going crazy this game, to be honest with you. It's been a kind of quiet for her. Sabrina Ionescu with 16 in the first quarter and has not scored since. Jonquel Jones with 5 points in this game. She does have 3 assists though, but not not really being aggressive as maybe she could be. But can't be mad. Oh, Stewart has Stewie has 3 rebounds. Yeah, most of the rebounds have been Jonquel Jones actually. Jonquel Jones has 7. Let's see who made this three. Courtney Vandersloot should be in double figures now too. Yeah, Courtney Vandersloot with 11. 63 for NY. I don't know if they're on pace for 100 at this time, but we'll see. Maddie Zychris. Let's see if she got that little and one popping. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hopefully it's not a leg injury. Hopefully this is not a leg injury. Well, it's not good. What are you seeing? Is it looking like a leg injury? Oh, Jonquil Jones with a tray ball. McCown with the offensive foul. Not a great time for that. Um, Kaylani Brown's coming in for her. Yeah, I mean, ooh, another tray ball by New York. Who is it? Brianna Stewart with that three. Oh, Leone. Brianna Stewart with the turnover. You got to take advantage. A little over 3.5 to go in the third. You got to take advantage. Try to get this down to like 15 going into the fourth quarter. And New York, if you're New York, just keep your foot on the gas. Just make smart plays, but don't. Oh, Natasha Howard's coming back in. Good, good, good. Sabrina Ionescu with the offensive rebound. Enrique, okay. Enrique with back-to-back buckets. Let's go, Enrique. Let's go, Enrique. Gotta stay aggressive. Enrique with 9 points in this game, but she's gonna have to get close to 20, honestly. Sabali's not really even being as aggressive as she needs to be. You think it was an injury? Think she was maybe hurt? Sabali. Let's look. I'd like to see her roll a little bit. Brianna Stewart with the miss. Foul on Natasha Howard. Brianna Stewart has been missing a lot of free throws this game. I don't know why. Ayara Sabali comes in playing against her sister. Good times, good times. Kaylani Brown with the miss. Sabali with the rebound. Coming in and making an impact early. Hold on. Let me. See if Leone can make the second free throw and convert on this one. Oh yeah, she made it. Ah, I don't know. I don't know, Dallas. You're gonna have to be aggressive. You're gonna have to be aggressive on these. Launch them threes, bro. Launch them threes. Oh, testing, testing. Howard has 5 fouls. Howard has 5 fouls. Yeah, why are they? I wonder if they're trying to conserve Brianna Stewart since it's the end of the season. I don't know if they're just trying to let her chill a little bit. I mean, between her and Jonquel Jones, they've taken 11 shots. I mean, Courtney Vandersloot has taken just as many shots as Brianna Stewart. So I don't know if that's a like a I don't know if that's some type of strategy. JC Sheldon with the little short shot. Courtney Vandersloot with the foul. Zygris with the rebound. Let's see. They got 73 points. I don't know if they're gonna get to 100. 100 might be asking a lot. But they did have like 26 in the first quarter or something. So it's definitely possible. Dallas within they're down 18. I wouldn't say they're shooting the ball extremely well. Under 40% field, and New York's really shooting it really well. Um, there's a reason why New York is the top team in the league, so you can't really fault Dallas right now. But this is the fourth time you're playing them, so there's certain tendencies and things that you probably want to take away, and if it's part of the game plan to do that, they have. If you want to even say they've done a good job on Jonquel Jones and Brianna Stewart, maybe we could say that because it's a heavy dose of Sabrina Ionescu. I don't know if that was like the game plan to just slow down those two and let the perimeter players try and beat them. Bet Nigel Lane Hamilton has 15. Courtney Vandersloot has 11, and Sabrina Ionescu has 20. But the main issue is not really, I mean, New York is really shooting the ball well, but Erika Gumbawale has 9 and Sabla has 4. Right. So I think when your two top players are not playing, they both need to get 20 every night. especially when you're playing against the best team in the league. So I think that's part of what's the problem is right now. I think that's part of what the problem is. I think they maybe it's some of the defense by New York, but it's yeah. Howard has 5 fouls. She has 5 fouls. I don't know if she's just having an issue with her matchup, or you know she has tired legs or something. Darn, Natasha Howard. I mean, offensively, she's fine. She's got 8 points, 4 or 9, but they need her on the floor. They need her on the floor, especially down by this many points. You know, if they're gonna come back, and every game matters this late in the season, right? Um, Atlanta, Chicago, all trying to see if they could fight for that last playoff spot. So everything matters right now. Everything's key. Everything's important. Yeah. She probably needs to. She probably needs to get. Probably needs to score a little bit more as well. Um, she probably needs to score as well. Just in general, like they're not scoring the way they need to. Um, they're better than what they're producing right now, to be honest with you. But I think she'll like 13, 14. I think she'll get close. I think she'll get 13, 14. And I think Enrique and Sabali, I don't know about Sabali, but I think Enrique will get to double figures as well. I think she'll get like 13, 14. But they need more than that. They need more than that from those players. Sigris with her 7 is not bad. I mean, but she's another player who averages double digits. She's at like what, 14 a night? Well, actually, she's been struggling as of late. She's now down to under 10, under 10 a night now, but she's been struggling. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think the playoffs are gonna be crazy. I think the playoffs is gonna be crazy. I think is that is that timing correct? Yeah, that time at the top is a little off. I think the playoffs are gonna be good. Interesting to see what Seattle could do though. Seattle's got Seattle, they're probably what, like in fourth? And they got like a good team, but I don't know. I want to see what they could do. Yeah, Sabali's not she's not hitting like she's gotta I feel like she needs to be more aggressive. Feel like Sabali's gotta be more aggressive. Like Sabrina Ionescu is taking 18 shots. Like I want Rika and Natasha Howard. You gotta be taking kind of amount of shots. Like you gotta put them up. Yeah, there you go. Enrique misses that, but you gotta throw them up. I mean, Cyrus with the offensive rebound. Let's see if she could pop that three. Yeah, no, between Skylar, Ogumike, and Lloyd. Yeah, I mean they should have a shot at making some noise in the playoffs. Um, those three are top level players. Connecticut is like balanced. Carrington, like their team is balanced, but like I feel like those three best. Three of the best in the league. So Seattle got um I think Nafisa and Minnesota. Minnesota's they've had like a resurgence. I feel like Nafisa probably on maybe second in the MVP voting. I feel like she's had a good year. JC Sheldon with a miss. Kennedy Burke being solid, doing what she does. Yeah, the Lynx. Yeah. I think the Lynx could do some things. The Lynx could do some things. I don't think it's like a one person race, one team race where it's just. You think Howard's done for the game? I think what is it? Let me see. I think put Stabile back with 5 minutes. I think get her back in the game 5 minutes and just see what you could do. The other Sabali scores right then. Agumbawale misses another shot, but I like it. I like her forcing the issue. See if they could try and pop another three. That's maybe Sigrist or Agumbawale. Enrique, maybe one of those two, just trying to get a shot off. Oh, because of the 5 fouls. Dang, dang. Yeah, you're right. Honestly, I didn't even know they fouled out at 5. I think maybe they should change that. That sucks. Yeah, I don't see how they come back. I mean, Sigris, I like the way Sigris is playing this game. I love it when she does her thing. I think she's too lethal a scorer to not be aggressive. Yeah, I would agree with you. I don't know how Dallas is gonna come back in this one unless they could string together a few good plays. They're definitely gonna have to get stops and get quality shots. I mean, everything doesn't have to be a three, but you want to get quality shots. They scored here. Just cut it down in chunks, though. Oh, field goal attempts. They got 64. They've taken 64 shots. New York is taking 58. they're just they're not hitting. They're not hitting, and I mean, Tigris is kind of keeping them in it. Tigris is kind of keeping them in it. They I like what they're doing with that lineup, but where's Sabali though? I think they bring her back in this timeout. It's 5 minutes. Yeah, 5:35. I think you bring her back in. I think maybe if you well Jalen Brown's playing well, you can go Jalen Brown. Leave this lineup and just put Sabali bring Sabali in for JC Sheldon. Let if you need an extra ball handler, just let Enrique handle those duties. Yeah, they got 64 field goal attempts, but honestly, they gotta throw them up at this point. They gotta throw them up at this point. Just get quality shots. They don't really have like an inside scorer, so it's gonna be a lot of perimeter. But just get quality shots. Honestly, like everything doesn't have to be a three. You know, JC Sheldon. Is Sheldon even on the court? Yeah, JC Sheldon break down the defense and kick it out to the 3-point shooters. Just kick it out to Sigrist and Enrique. That's what I feel like they gotta figure out. And maybe in the off season, maybe try and get a big, like a big who could kind of score a little bit. They definitely have size, but maybe get a like another big who you could dump it into and could kind of and also who could pass out of like the post a little bit as well. It's a lot to ask for, but if you could find one, that might be the thing. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, I mean, at this point, Sabali's probably playing better than her sister. I mean, at this late in the season, like I feel like everything's got to be crisp. I feel like this late in the season, everything's got to be crisp. I feel like everything's got to be crisp and smooth. Bet Nigel with the defensive rebound here. Jalen Brown with the foul. You feel like the WNBA doesn't get the respect that it deserves? Oh, okay, it's six personal fouls. Okay, yeah. Okay. All right. So they were leaving Natasha Howard out because she had 5 fouls. Got you. Got you. That makes sense. That makes sense. I see what you're saying. Yeah, bring back Sabali too though, because you got 4 minutes left. Yeah, okay, there you go. Sabali comes back. Yeah, bring them both back and just see what happens. If she gets six, she's out. Okay, yeah. I thought it was six, but it might be five at the college level. But um, yeah, run. But yeah, just run with this lineup to the end of the game and just go hard. Like it's it's kind of now or never, right? You got a little over four and a half. Well, a little under 4.5 to go. Just just see what happens. I mean, Sabali's sister is outplaying her this game. Um, she's got Niara's got 7-3. Her sister's got four and three. Satu's got 4-3. Like she's getting outplayed. Yeah, Enrique makes both those free throws. Still down 19 though. Still down 19, but you gotta be aggressive. If you're gonna go down swinging. Go down swinging. You are playing the best team in the league, so New York's not no slouch though, for real. Enrique with the foul. Marquisha Davis makes the first free throw. They're taking Enrique out, so I guess they're calling it. Hmm. Sabali with a defensive rebound here. She's playing well. Probably her fourth rebound. I think she's at four right now. 4 and 7, 7 points. So playing well. Leone swaps the three. Sabali with another rebound. Man, she's trying to show her sister who's boss. And they're down 25. Or up 25, depending on how you want to classify it. Dallas has they got Seattle. Seattle tomorrow. At Seattle tomorrow. So I don't know. I mean, that's gonna be tough. Coming off a back to back and the second game in the back to backs on the that's a lot to ask. I'm not gonna say they have no but definitely I feel like every game's a must win because they got two more left. So um yeah, I would say actually mathematically they're out of the playoff race at this point. Um I could double check that, but I would say mathematically it's not a possibility. Yeah, mathematically they are out. It's Atlanta and Washington. Atlanta and Washington have a shot, but Los Angeles and Dallas actually are out. I think Chicago, but Chicago, they're feeling it though. I think it's gonna be it's tougher without Angel Reese though. A little under 3 to go. Cyrus with a foul. Um, they didn't quit. They didn't quit in this game. Didn't really shoot the ball well, unfortunately. And when you shoot the ball this poorly against the best team in the league, you're not gonna win. You're just not gonna win. And New York shot the ball too well. They got 89 points. They will not get to 100 in this game. Um, but you know what? Um, New York did what they had to do. I feel like they didn't go crazy. Sabrina Ionescu went off in the first quarter, did what she had to do. Nigel Laney Hamilton had a good first half, and yeah, 9-27. Yeah, that's they started off so badly. Um, I don't know why they were so bad. Yeah, Stewart's not really. Yeah, she was kind of chilling this game. She was kind of chilling this game. I mean, maybe she knew it was gonna be one of those games where she didn't have to go crazy. But like her and Jonquel Jones, not doing too much. But like when I think Brianna Stewart has 11 points, when she has 11 points and you still win by 27, that lets you know how good of a team they have. Yeah, she has 11. Jonquel Jones has 8. Yeah, I feel like to I feel like that's what everybody, well, a lot of people are gonna pay attention are gonna be looking at. I Yeah, I would like to see that. I mean, I feel like that would be a great. I feel like that would be a great WNBA finals. You know what I mean? I think it'll be a. I would have liked to. I think those teams are like almost evenly matched. You know what I mean? I think they're almost evenly matched. Um, I think Sabrina's guard play is gonna tell a lot. Like if she's taking care of the ball and she's hitting shots and she's shooting the ball well, I think it's gonna be tough for New York to lose. Um, if Jackie Young's playing the way she knows how to play, I think that could be a difference maker for Las Vegas because I feel like Brianna Stewart and Asia Wilson, we know what they do. You know what I mean? Um, we can look at the matchups. So it'll be New York versus like if it was today, it was New York, Chicago, and then go to Phoenix. That's actually a pretty good matchup. Connecticut, Seattle, which is wait, no, Connecticut and Indiana. That's another good matchup. And then Las Vegas, Seattle. I feel like all those matchups are good. I think New York might dismantle Chicago though. I don't see how Chicago can hang with New York though. But all those other matchups, honestly, I don't really think any of them would be upsets. If any, whoever if the higher seed loses, I don't think those are upsets. To be honest with you. Liberty with the timeout. There's under 2 minutes to go. They're up 26. This one's pretty academic. Um, I think you take your starters out as they have. Dallas, yeah, you take your starters out and you let the other players just earn some more time and just build for next season. If you're Dallas, build for next season and build for next season and see what happens. I mean, probably do want to get another scoring presence inside. I think figure out how you want to use Sigrist and Enrique and Sabali. Just keep doing what you're doing. I think those are two of the best players in the game. So and Natasha Howard as well. Just keep doing what you're doing. They're not a bad team. I just don't know. They gotta figure out. Maybe a little bit of playmaking is some of the issue too. Dokic with another three. 27-point game. They're at 94. They're at 94. They might get to 100. Lopez Senecal. Yeah, well, Senecal, another UConn player. So many of them. Just like, yeah, they're almost at 100. $99. Oh, I might just yeah. I feel like that's the respectful thing to do. Don't run up the score on a team that's down 30 points. Yeah, this one is finito. Shout out to New York for just being consistent this whole season, showing that they're the best team in the league, at least the best regular season team in the league. Um, they got a strong lineup. You have 5 players who have played in the All Star game, former MVPs, 2 Olympians. It shows. It definitely shows. Shout out to everybody who's on this live. Shout out to Kwame. Kwame, appreciate you always making it live on the live. um yeah, appreciate y'all and I'll look to try and be back on doing another game. I'll try and do as many as I can time wise. And till we meet again, all y'all stay blessed. God bless in Jesus' name. And you and your loved ones keep doing well. Y'all take care.